Welcome back to an episode of Starfinder. I am the Evil Dungeon Master. Today is going to be a little bit different because we're sitting here with Rick, who's playing Captain Jack. The last two episodes, he was absent because he was unable to attend. But we said his player was on the Space Station 7 getting some upgrades and repair, which made sense because his character did level up in between episodes. So we decided that he was going to be upgrading. And that was kind of the excuse of why he wasn't with the crew at the time. Now, he doesn't know exactly the character itself, doesn't know what happened to his ship or his crew. He just knows that they kind of left without him. And that's where we're taking place. And the events that you've already heard have already, what is the word I'm looking for? Not conspired, or has already happened. We'll just say that. So we're kind of at the point from the last episode where they met up with the ship and they blew the shuttle up. So there'll be some time before the space station kind of realizes that shuttle didn't respond. So, all right, Rick, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right, so you just, your pod opens up and, the doctors, the engineer doctors, whatever, like, your upgrade is successful, Captain Jack. You're ready to go. Hope you have a great day. If you need any more upgrades or expansions, please come back to the Space Station 7. We'll be happy to accommodate you.
Oh, thank you.
You check over your systems, you do like a self-diagnostic check, whatever, and everything seems normal.
All right. Yeah, I got a little initiative upgrade, and
yeah.
And of course, I leveled up, so I got.
Yes.
Well, okay, I guess I'll go look for everybody.
All right, you go. You figure you go to the lounge because that's where you think everyone would kind of be waiting for you, but you don't see any of them there. So you figure, all right, maybe you can go catch Nibbles on the ship, probably working on something, because you figure that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
That you head down.
All right, we'll do that.
All right, you head down to the dock bay where your ship was, and I say was because it's not in the spot where you left it.
Oh, hey, did we divide up the payment from the last job?
I believe, out of character, I believe everybody did split it up. They said that you had a certain amount. I don't remember. I think Steven split it up between everybody.
Okay.
You can ask, otherwise we'll just do it again. So.
Yeah, I'll figure out. We'll figure out that when we get.
But yeah, you weren't there, I believe, when they split it up. I think someone just said, we'll just hold this for Rick when he gets back. So. But yeah, your ship is not there. And there's, busy people all over the place, other ships all over the place.
Well, I'll start. I'll calm Nibbles and see if I can get a hold of Nibbles.
No response.
All right, I'll just go through the rest of the Remor and everybody else.
All right, so you calm everybody that was on your ship, and nobody responds to you whatsoever.
Oh. So I guess I'll go to the whoever's in charge of the docking area, and ask them where Black Betty is.
Black Betty. He's like, one moment. And he starts punching into the little computer system. He's like, Black Betty left, I want to say a couple hours ago. The crew took her out, excuse me.
Huh. Taking the ship without the captain.
Oh, they, interesting. They said the captain was aboard and they were doing him a favor, so.
Oh, well, we'll get that straightened out. Thank you.
Sure, no problem.
So I'll just kind of wander around looking at the docking area. Oh, you know what? Before I do, I'm going to wander around, look and see what ships are there and stuff like that in case I need to maybe steal something. Not that I want to do that right now. I just kind of want to look around a little bit, but mainly the first thing I really want to do is see if I can get to wherever their communications is here and see if I can reach my ship. Like long distance communication type.
All right, so you head over to the communications hub where people are able to make outbound communication calls through subspace. They charge you a fee of like 100 credits just to make a phone call, so to speak.
All right.
And you try to contact the Black Betty, and it's there due to them not being here. It's just going to be there's no connection.
Right. That's what I figured, but I figured I would go through the motions.
You get your
What my character?
You get your credits back because the call didn't go through.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, the robot.
I'm trying to play this. I'm trying to play this like I don't know. You know.
Yeah. The
Just
robot.
what my character would
AT&T
normally do.
robot tells you that there is no connection available.
Hey, at least it's not Siri.
That's true.
She's creepy.
Aw, she's so nice.
That's what makes her creepy.
Mm.
All right, so I can't get a hold of anybody short range or long range comms.
Yeah, the bot tells you the ship is just out of range at the moment.
Now that guy we work for is on the space station, right?
Yes.
I'll go see him next.
All right.
Okay, so they went on another job without me.
Let me see here. I gotta find his name. He was the spaceship.
Jefferson?
Yeah. So when you go into the office there, you see Yeah, so you go into Jefferson's office, and he's sitting behind his desk, and he's just like, Captain Jack, is it right?
Yes.
I
was just stopping by. I seem to have misplaced my crew and my ship.
Well, your crew decided that they wanted more money than I originally gave them when they accepted the job, so they decided to meet one of my members, crew members, with Dr. What's her name? Dr. Varnell, out in space in a neutral area because they were kind of worried about some blowback. But that's the last we've heard in, and Dr. Varnell hasn't checked in some time. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I was getting some upgrades, and I guess they decided they couldn't wait.
Now, I don't blame your crew for their actions because, you weren't there. So, but it seems your crew got a little greedy. And
oh, really?
Yeah, we set a price for 50,000 for this mysterious artifact. They got all the information, and once they found out a little bit more about it, they decided that they wanted 4 times the amount. And Dr. Varnell should be checking in about an hour or so. We haven't heard from her.
Do you mind if I sit around and wait?
Sure, absolutely. Have a seat.
Right.
Would you like some tea or coffee?
Some coffee would be excellent. Thank
all right.
you.
He intercom. He's like, Janelle, please bring in some coffee and some cookies for our captain here. And yes, a few minutes of coffee comes in with some cookies.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Do you think, out of character, do you think it's wise to be sitting in there waiting? Considering the fact that
I don't know.
They smuggled, they're extorting 4 times the amount from the space station.
Probably not, because in about an hour is probably when bad things are. Yeah, that I don't know about are going to happen. So
you wait a half hour respectfully and drink your coffee and have your cookies, and
I'll just make like I forgot something that I need to do, and I'm going to go handle that. But I'll make sure he's able to he can calm me when and I'll hurry back.
Absolutely. Well, just let me know, and I'll let you know. Sorry, I mean I'll let you know when they contact in.
How far out did they go?
I don't know. They just gave us some coordinates.
Oh, okay. Give me those just in case I need to track down my wayward.
He sends
people.
them to your compad.
Okay.
You see it's like out in the middle of nowhere.
All right.
It's not near any planets, any space stations. They just kind of picked like a neutral area to go to.
Okay. And I'll head over to the docking area and see what kind of ships we have. Um, maybe I could pay somebody to take me out there, or um,
You could do any one
I
of those
guess I would.
things. Yeah.
I'll see if there's somebody available, and if not, maybe I'll have to steal a ship, which I really don't want to do. But
You
yeah,
head to
we'll see what
the
happens.
docking area, and there are, the equivalent of like taxi ships, so to speak, that will bring you from certain place to certain place. They usually do planet to planet or base to base, but I mean, if you pay them enough, they'll go wherever the hell you want.
All right, I'll start talking to somebody about getting right out to these coordinates where my ship should be.
All right, so you walk around for a little bit and you ask a few questions, like, is there a guy who can bring me out to some coordinates in space? I have to meet up with a ship, and after a bunch of asks, you get there's a guy who willing to drive a ship anywhere, but the price isn't cheap, and well, it's not the best ship in the world, so you see like a lizard-like guy, like Sarah's character, and
Uh-huh.
he's all greasy looking, and got some scars on him. He's got an eye patch, and he says, "Are you the guy looking for a ride?"
Yeah,
All right, where do
I
you want
need
to
to.
go?
I need to go to these coordinates because that happens is apparently where my ship is.
I see. He looks at the coordinates. He's like, "This is out in the middle of nowhere."
Yeah. Yep.
That's a little odd, but all right. About 3,000 credits. I will take you there.
3,000. That's kind of high.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, you want a
Uh,
ride? No questions asked, I assume.
well, yes, that's true.
So like you're there talking to him, and all of a sudden you hear "Wah, wah, wah," security alert, security alert, and then he looks up and he looks down at you because you're kind of a little bit nervous.
All right. 3,000 sounds all right. That's gonna take most of my money, but
And he looks at you. He goes, "I'd assume that's you they're looking for."
oh no, I don't. I've been in the engineer doctor getting some upgrades, so I have no idea what's going on. My crew took off with my ship. We just got back from doing a job, and they took my ship to those coordinates, and I can't raise them on comms, and so I need to ride out there see what's going on.
He looks at you with
So
narrow eyes and he said, "Uh-huh. Get on the ship."
yep,
And when you get on the ship and you sit down, it's like think of one of those little biplanes that the private little planes. It only has like 6 seats on it, and there's a captain's chair in the front.
yeah,
One of
yeah,
those
okay.
one engine planes that people rent. It's kind of about that size. And when he hops in there and he turns it on, you see a security alert comes across the comm. It says, "Space Station 7 is looking for the following person, wanted, Captain Jack." And your picture's right there.
I did nothing. Look,
The guy looks at the thing and he's just like, "You're wanted."
no, I have no idea why I'm wanted. I think this has to do with why my ship is not here and my crew is missing. So if we could get going, that would be great.
He
How
says,
about an extra 1,000?
he lifts the equivalent of an eyebrow and he's just like, "Okay." And he puts his claw out for the 1,000.
All right, I give it to him.
Perfect. He turns around, he turns off the security alert as broadcast. "I didn't see nothing." And he slowly asks for deportation, and they're like, "Yep, granted." He takes off slowly, and he's just like, "All right, I need you to put this on real quick." And he gives you like a silver like lined suit.
Okay, what's this for?
It's because they have scanners. I don't want
Oh,
them.
okay.
I don't want them picking you up.
That's fair.
And crouch down and hide in the back.
Okay.
So you put the suit on, and you go, and you see he takes off slowly, and
Nonchalantly, like
yeah,
nothing to see here.
into space, and you're flying out of the space station, and everything's going cool.
What's his name? I'll ask him his name.
Yeah, I didn't ask his name, so don't worry about it.
I'll have to ask his name when I see him.
Yeah, you know, he's gone out to space, and he's driving around a little bit, you know, trying to act casual as he's leaving the area. And go ahead and give me a roll. I'll look at the character sheet because it's been a while. Where is the character sheet? We're gonna go with fortitude.
Oh, fortitude.
Yeah.
Oh. 15?
All right, 15. You notice that when you're peeking out of the bag, you see him look back at you, and like a glass door closes and a small gas comes into the back.
Great.
And then you just suddenly pass out. Time goes by a little bit. And you slowly open your eyes. You're still inside the bag, and you see him at the control port, and he's kind of just doing his thing. And you have no idea where you are. You know you're not near the space station, but you hear him talking, and he's just like, "Yeah, I got this android. We can hook him up, and yeah, definitely, he'll be perfect for enslavement."
Oh, great. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I got him knocked out in the back. I checked a few times. He's pretty out. He'll be out for another couple hours. He's like, "But I'll be there in about 4:30. You don't know what time it is, so." But I'm going to catch a little sleep eye right now, which you assume that's probably going to be quite some time.
Okay.
So he takes one last look, and you see him start to turn around. I assume you just close your eyes. So
Yeah.
he looks back, and then he looks forward again, and he puts his claws up, and he leans back, and maybe in about 10 minutes you hear.
The lizard equivalent of snoring.
Yeah.
Aha.
He's out. You know, he's out like a light.
Well, I will. Now the glass partition thing is down.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah,
right?
it's gone. Yeah. He only did that because of the special gas he used for you.
Right. That's kind of what I figured.
Not that you breathe; it was just a gas to knock you out. So.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna like sneakily, stealthily.
Well, you're still
Get
inside
up
the
and,
bag.
I'm still inside the bag.
Yeah, the only thing that's sticking out is your head because he was just checking on you. All right, maybe it should be easy enough to just kind of go bzzz and get out, but it may make noise.
Yeah.
So
I'll do it very carefully and slowly.
all right, so you really slowly unzip the bag and you kind of get it off of you enough that you could stand up.
So did he stuff me in the bag, or is that the thing I was hiding in?
It was the thing you were hiding in.
Oh, okay. Oh, so I still have all my stuff.
Oh yeah, he didn't touch anything. He just knocked you out, and then he checked on you, saw you were out, and then he was like, he'll be out for a good time.
All right. I'll carefully get out of the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I will pull out my semi-auto pistol and start sneaking up to him.
You don't have a knife or anything?
No, I thought I had a knife, but I do not have a knife.
That's odd. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I thought I had this morning. I had a knife, but I don't see anything on my character sheet.
You have a knife.
Okay, survival knife. I found it.
Yeah,
All right.
I thought you had like a dagger or something because I know you used it once
I
before.
I do. Yeah, I was just found it. I didn't write it in the right place.
Oh, okay, good.
I have a survival knife.
There you go. So you pull out your survival knife and you what? You're gonna creep up to him.
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna definitely have to roll your kind of stealth for that. I believe there's a stealth or a thief or something.
Yep. There was a stealth. 18.
All right, let me just see if you heard anything. No. You
Okay.
we'll say you walk up a few steps and maybe like you make a creak sound. Nothing big. And he just goes money right back to sleep. Didn't even really phase him.
All right. I'll get my I'll keep my knife in my offhand, and I'll have my pistol out in my right hand, I guess. And I'll get up there, and if I get up there close to him, I'll give him a tiny little poke to wake him up.
Really, I would have just killed him, to be honest.
Well, I suppose I could, but then I'm not all that great at melee either. You know what? He's a big lizard dude. That might be a good idea because I'm not strong.
And he's sleeping, so you should be able to get a nice, without having to roll, slit on his throat.
I will give that a shot, but I'll have the gun out too, just in case.
All right, so you slide the blade across his throat, and like halfway through, he's like, "Whoa!" He gets up to try to defend himself, but you pull the blade right across his throat. Now he's bleeding to death. But he does attempt to hit you, though, while he's bleeding.
Well, yeah, I kind of figured.
No, he missed. He stumbles and he slips on his own blood, and he goes flat onto the ground, and he's just like choking, and then he just slumps down, dead.
Okay. Well, at least I have a ship, such as it is. Well, I'll get my credits back.
Okay, you see all your credits are in his pocket.
And I'll move him away from the area and try to clean up the seat a little bit so I can sit in it and see where we're at, where we're headed.
You're heading to a really far sector away, kind of like in an asteroid belt zone. That's just, you recognize it as I want to say like an illegal zone, a neutral zone. You know, some people go for shady operations.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Which is probably about an hour or two away from the space.
All right, I will get the ship going where I want to go.
All right, you punch in the coordinates of where your ship last was, then you start heading that way.
All right. Any weapons or anything on this ship?
No. No, it's just it was just a transport ship, so he can pose as a transporter.
Okay. Well, I guess the ship's pretty much gonna take itself to these coordinates unless we get an alert of something. So yeah. I'll go through the ship and see what I can find as far as useful stuff, gear, loot, etc.
You don't really find anything as far as loot is concerned, but you do find some rations. So for food, in case you don't really need food, so nothing of real big interest. This was essentially just a decoy transport ship. That's all, so he can sneak in and out of areas without question.
All right then. I guess I'll.
Now, do you want to send a subspace signal to your ship, hoping that maybe Nibbles will recognize it or something?
Yes. I wish I knew that Sparky wasn't dead.
You know Sparky isn't dead, I thought.
Oh, I thought I wasn't. That's why I wasn't sure if I knew Sparky wasn't dead because
I can't
remember.
He's the ship's AI. I think you know about it.
I thought he was hiding in the AI, or did I go? I can't remember if I went looking for Sparky and found Sparky and said Sparky was destroyed, or yeah, it's been too long.
Yeah, I know. Last time we played was before Christmas, so
Yeah, last time I played it was before I broke my leg.
true. But we'll just say you don't, for argument's sakes, for now, and Nibbles
Yeah.
at least would probably pick up on the transmission if you sent
All right,
a private coded subspace message to him.
I will try that.
What are you going to tell him?
Well, I'm going to ask questions like, "Where are you guys at? What's going on?" And I'm headed to the coordinates where you were gonna make a deal with what was that doctor's name?
Varnell?
Dr. Varnell.
All right. So you're just going to tell them that you're going to go to those coordinates and hang out and wait for them if they're not there, or are you going to meet them in a
I said I'm on my way to those coordinates now. Left the space station. I'll guesstimate how far I am out and let them know.
You're about, based on the size and everything, you're about 5 hours away from it.
Okay.
So there's nothing more for you to really do except sit and wait, and hopefully they pick up on your signal.
All right.
And that's where we end this little solo adventure. Good night.